Hello and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshier, and I'm like a dagger to the heart, and you're to blame. You give dice a bad name. We're playing Daggerheart once again tonight. This is our second session. Last week, we were just kind of figuring it out. This week, we're also just kind of figuring it out, but we'll get there. If you don't know this channel, this is Shadows of Archonia, where we run all kinds of tabletop role-playing games. On Fridays, we have ongoing stories. When people stop being absent, we have ongoing stories.
Yeah.
Like Yuri in the chat there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Those people.
And when people are absent, we will do whatever we want. This week, we're doing a little side quest story, which Max is going to run. But on Monday nights like tonight, we do this show, Tales from the Backlog, where we try out all sorts of different games. For example, Daggerheart. If you like what we do and you want to come talk with us, then join the Discord. There's a link below, and I'll also put it in the chat right now. But if you really like what we do, you can come join our Patreon. And the great thing about the Patreon is that you'll be one of the first people there. And also, we have a whole other show that's only on the Patreon. It's called The Pregame. We record it with the in-person crew for the 15 minutes prior to our Friday night show. And nobody gets to see it except our patrons, most of whom are on this call with me. All right. Why don't we reintroduce our characters? We'll go clockwise around the screen here, starting with Sarah.
Hi.
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 I have so many cards.
All right, we'll go counterclockwise around the screen,
Are you
starting
ready?
with Chris.
Too late.
I'm playing Rashid, a Ribbit / Infernus, the Rogue Syndicate. He is mostly purple. He's got a red stripe down his chest. Clothes are clean. His eyes are dark like night. He's really fat. And he kind of has a mob boss attitude sometimes.
All right.
I am Cindy. I'm playing Kaylin. She is I just forgot. I'm a guardian. A stalwart guardian. I don't like a paladin.
But you also have a mixed heritage, right?
I do. Dracona and Fawn. So it's kind of like my face and arms and upper body are more Dracona, with the scales being like black or obsidian with some like silver and silver bluish. The ram horns. I took the lightning feature for the dragon breath. So like if I get emotional, worked up, it'll spark between my horns. And the legs and feet are more fawn-like. So I have the cloven hooves going on there.
All right. Name's Alan. Just want to give a shout out to Demi Plane. Awesome feature for playing Daggerheart. Makes it
Not a sponsor.
Easy. Makes it simple and easy. I have everything I have right here. My character I'm playing is Kaji. He's underborn Qatari sorcerer. He's wears like heavy purple robes, brown fur, long striped tail, and I have gotten a bunch of new experience, including one that I'll keep a secret until it comes up.
Exciting. All right. I am playing Iris. She is the winged. She's a furbolg, winged sentinel from a wildborn community.
Oh, yes.
Not a Wanderborn, which is something completely different, even though they start with the same letter and are right next to each other in the book, as things with the same letters frequently are.
Because they're alphabetical, yeah.
Yes, funny how that works. She is a protector of all life. She is touched by myths and gods, and she has friends everywhere. And that is Iris.
All right. Well, last week, as you all may recall, you were carousing or not in a tavern at a crossroads, whereupon Iris received a letter, this letter here, which always has had her name on it, from her cousin Dunstan. A kinsman, an adopted cousin, person from the community, who you have seen since you left home, but not often. And he invited you to bring your friends and come visit his family in Darkhorn. The letter seemed to come off a little weird, and you were a little concerned by the fact that he repeatedly invited your adventuring companions that he doesn't know. He made mention of talking to his children about you, even though you weren't that close. And so you came to his farm. On the way there, discovering a sort of encroaching darkness, a wrongness in the atmosphere of the world. And in fact, briefly did battle with a chaos elemental in the woods on the way to the farm. Upon reaching the farm, you were again attacked by a dire wolf and some crazy rats who appeared to be infected with something unnatural, causing them to, attack you. And then, upon exploring Dunstan's house, which is right behind the letter here, hold on. What did I do? There we go. There's that. There's that. And I'll turn that off. There's the house. Upon exploring the interior of the house, you found some evidence that he does, in fact, have a child now. There's some kitty stuff over in the corner here. However, Kaji and Kaylin... Oh, did Cindy drop?
No.
You're
She's not.
I can see her in the.
Yeah, I can see her in the
other chat. She disappeared off of the. Did it move? Is it focused?
I fixed it.
Hey.
Man, these tech issues.
These tech issues. The stream is unwatchable. Unwatchable.
Yeah, at this angle, it looks like Chris and Cindy aren't wearing red shirts, as we all coordinated for tonight.
Yeah.
Everyone's wearing red shirts. It's just a tech issue.
Red shirt club.
Yeah, it's just,
I didn't get the memo.
I don't own a red shirt.
There was no memo.
Not
wise precaution.
I have to wear red because it's the best color for the green screen. If I wear dark colors as I'm usually prone. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay, so we found this chaos being that you previously did battle with in the woods. Kaji and Kaylin discovered it in the bedroom of Dunstan and presumably his wife. There it is. That's where we left off. What's happening now? Remember, we have no initiative in this system, you guys. Just tell me what you want to do.
Well, no, wasn't that thing about to attack us? That spiral?
You feel the sense that it is going to harm you. It is the entire atmosphere of the house, the farm, and the surrounding countryside feels hostile, and the more so as you have approached this room. So,
is this some sort of like elemental enemy?
Yes, it's a chaos elemental.
So I should be familiar with these being a sorcerer.
Yes, you're the one that identified it previously.
Okay. So, do I know how these things are usually summoned, or like what kind of ritual they usually use to summon these?
They're not necessarily summoned, not by anything that you can put your finger on. They're I mean, they're literally chaos. They're uncontrollable. So the idea of summoning one doesn't make a ton of sense to you. If it's here, it might be here for its own reason, but not one that you understand.
But usually these, usually they're not here to like do like menial things. They're here to like just cause chaos. Really,
They're here to cause chaos. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And to sort of freeze frame the moment, it is in the act of coming for you, but I'm going to let you act first.
I was gonna say if I could do a kind of a reaction thing.
Mm-hmm.
Since we came in and it was just like there.
Yeah.
That I could use my elemental breath as an instinct weapon.
Okay.
Go for it.
Because it's in very close range, right?
Yes.
Okay. That will work then. I need to grab the right dice though. That's not right. Here we go. Ooh, 8.
That's your 2 hit.
8 lightning. Yeah. Oh wait.
You have to roll the hit, and then you have to tell me if it's with hope or fear.
I completely forgot. All right, here we go. Start over. Okay, so 16 with fear.
16 does hit. I'm going to take that fear. Bonk. For any viewers who didn't catch last week, we're using these little starburst things around the edges of our frames to track the hope and fear.
I'll use I'll cast a spell.
Oh well, hold on. We're still resolving Cindy's. What was the damage? 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so that does beat his first threshold. So you're gonna do 2 damage to him.
Nice.
And then he is going to spend his reaction. He has a reaction here that he can. He has a reaction here that he can use to deal an amount of damage equal to half of what you dealt back to you. So you rolled 8 on me. He's rolling 4 on you.
Okay, so that's just an
Should be 1 hit point.
It's probably just 1 hit point.
Well, the damage threshold is 15. Doesn't he have to beat that, or
You have 2 thresholds.
right? 15 and 23.
So that's why it's only 1. If he beats 15, you'd be taking 2 hit points.
Got it. Okay. So I take 1. That is working this time, so that is awesome.
All right.
Right.
Anyway, yes, Kaji, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna spend a hope and use my card, Rain of Blades, to hit him. Casting my spell. Boop. Nice. Got 18 with hope.
18 with hope. I'll give you that hope
18
point
with hope.
right back. Which one is you? This one.
Boop.
18 hits.
Yep. And damage is 2d8 plus 2. I got 8 damage. 8 damage.
8 damage.
Mhm.
Okay, same as what Kaylin got. So that also is going to take 2 hit points off this creature. And he is again going to use that reaction to deal 4 back to you.
Okay.
I am also going to spend a fear. Yeah. So this is a little bit different. This is the same ability that I used last week when he turned a small area of the forest into a desert and it dealt direct magic damage. to Kalen, being the only person close to it at the time. He uses this ability again, the remake reality ability. And you feel the room suddenly change. And it's brief. It doesn't last this time. But something about the atmosphere, the environment around this creature alters for a moment. It becomes sort of a dark, warped, inside out, if you will, version of this room. And both of you are going to take 2d6 plus 3 direct magic damage. I'm going to roll that now. That is going to be 10 direct magic damage to you guys.
So for me, I'm going to spend another hope to use my rune ward. It's this little keepsake I kept from my first master. She gave it to me, and I roll a 1d8, and that reduces the damage by 1d8.
Okay, so I had rolled 10 on you.
So, and I rolled 2.
Okay, so it's going to be 8. But the
8?
thing about direct damage means you can't use armor slots to reduce it.
Okay, so let me see.
I think it still doesn't hit your threshold, though, right?
Well, my threshold is 7, so it's still above my threshold. But let me see. Extend magic. Okay. Game bonus.
So it will do 2 to you, 2 hit points to you, and 1 to Kaylin, because it doesn't hit that 15.
Okay.
All right, that's it for me for this moment. Rashid and Iris, do you want to do anything? You guys are just on the other side of that wall there.
I think
That's you guys.
when I hear the fight break out, I'm running in that direction. So, can I? That looks like. I'll go ahead and just charge in. I can't quite see. Is that a bookshelf by the door between Kaylin and? Or is that part of a wall?
That?
No. Inside the room, there's like
that's a wardrobe.
There's partial. No. Oh, that's the door that's open. Okay.
Yes, this is
It's
the
just
door.
very thick. I couldn't tell if it was.
Yeah. Kaji's a little bit behind the
partial
door
cover.
here.
Okay.
And yeah. There's you.
Haji is? Okay. And how much damage have you guys taken?
I have taken 2.
I have 3.
Okay. Are we all still pretty good?
I mean, I got 3. I got 3 more before I have to make a decision.
I've got
Okay.
6, so I'm good. I'm fine for now.
All right, then I'll go ahead and I'm going to use a spell. I'm going to use Bolt Beacon on the Chaos.
Bolt Beacon. Oh, let me call this out. It happened last week, and you guys did notice it. It also just happened, and I forgot it. But Kaji, when you cast your spell on it, you again see that it is resistant to magical damage. So it only took half of that 8. It took 4.
Yeah, I make sure to mention this to you 3. If you can hit it with some sort of physical attack, it might do more damage.
Oh. Well, then in that case, what the hell? I'll hear that, and if it's not too late, I'll switch to instead of the Bolt Beacon, I'll switch to my axe. And I will go ahead and charge in and to melee range and hit it with an axe.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
All right. Oh, no, come back. Ah, darn it. That's a 19 to hit, but it just barely succeeds with fear instead of with hope.
Okie
So I
dokie.
don't get my bonuses. And you know what? I will spend one of my 2 hopes that I do have to deal an extra 1d8 damage. I assume the 19 hits.
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. Still figuring out this sheet. Okay, there we go. So I'll spend the extra dice. Roll 2d. Oh, for Pete's sake. Yeah, that's just going to be 5 damage total.
Okay.
have
You're going to
active
take. He's going to use that same ability to reflect it back at you, and you're going to take. What'd you say? 5? You'll take 3.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm glad that I rolled badly.
Yeah.
Does that end up being magical damage, even though she used non-magical to attack?
When it comes back at her from the creature, yes, it's magical. Were you in the middle of doing something there, Iris?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. I guess that was his reaction, so it's still my turn. Can I?
I thought you were in the middle of a sentence.
No. Just muttering to myself as I'm filling out the character sheet and marking 3 HP.
Okay.
Can I step? Do I still have enough movement to?
Not really. I kind of fudged it to even let you move in here from where you were.
Fair. All right.
You would normally have to spend a hope to move like extra distance. But
Okay.
I mean, it's not that far, just in this small little house. So I just was like, whatever.
Sure, that's fine. Thank you. All right, that'll be my turn.
All right, Rashid.
I'm gonna look around this little alcove thing that I'm standing in for anything that might be interesting or valuable.
Okay. That sounds like something Rashid would do.
Mm-hmm.
I will zoom in on it momentarily. Here we go. Give me an action roll on that. How about what are we looking for? Call maybe knowledge or instinct.
Sure. Instinct makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
17 with hope.
Nice.
Nice. One moment. Let me mark your hope before I forget. There you are. There's so much scrolling with these hope points. Okay. On a 17, you find a drawing tucked under the child's bedroll.
Okay.
It's
Can I make out what the drawing is?
Yeah, it seems to be what one would assume are the child's parents. It's just stick figures near a house, a very childlike house. But behind the stick figures, something is scribbled in black. The whole drawing is done with like a sort of a blue, like charcoal, but behind these stick figures, there's something scribbled in black with like 2 little lines like angry eyebrows above it.
Oh. Okay.
You'll find that over there. Also, you were the one with a torch. So.
I do have a torch.
Yeah.
Although this looks like a well-lit house anyway.
The area you're in is pretty well lit because of your torch, and there's a lantern right there. Oh, so there's a lantern right there on that little shelf. Some corners are pretty dark. I did have to turn up the exposure in here. All right, so I think with your 17 on that, you probably intuit that this child was aware of something that was happening. this black thing that he's drawn. Maybe it's your own. Maybe it's something you're bringing to it because of your recent experiences. But it feels like this kid is drawing that thing in the room there.
Sure. How far away from the house is the scribble?
Let me. So the house, the drawing is kind of the front of the house.
Okay.
And Mom and Dad are standing off to the side here where the mushroom patch would be. And then the scribble is sort of between them.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right. So I'm going to spend a fear. Let me bring up my thingamajig. To remake reality again. And all three of you people in this area, in this room, are going to take 2d6 plus 3 damage. So this is... when he does this thing, you see the room you're in, like, turn black. But it's also like something happens to your own eyesight, where you can see the darkness instead of the light. It's hard to explain it, but it's like the world inverts, and it damages you magically, psychically, I would say. And that's a 9 plus 3, so that's a 12 direct damage to all three of you guys.
Oh no.
Remember, it has to bypass your threshold, though. Direct damage just means you can't spend armor points on it.
So,
Only one for me. So
and it's direct. Doesn't matter with evasion.
No, it does. It doesn't go against your evasion.
Okay, so I have 5 soak for armor, 4 on my chainmail, 1 on my shield. Does that mean that I get hit for 5? No, sorry, for 4? No. Can't do that. This is not a good start to the night. Does that mean if I have 5 armor, so does that mean I soak 5 of the damage and I take 7?
No. The direct damage means you cannot soak it with your armor. What are your thresholds?
My evasion is 9. My armor is 4 plus 1 for my shield.
Right under those two things.
It's 3 blocks: minor, major, and severe.
Oh, sorry. Minor damage is 9, and major damage is 17.
Okay, so it's actually minor damage is up to 9, major damage is between 9 and 17, and above that is severe.
Okay.
So I rolled 12, which beats the 9, so you're going to take 2 hit points of damage.
Okay. Earlier, when you said 3 damage when I hit the guy, should I have marked all 3 of those as individual HP points?
No, just 1.
Okay.
I know, there's like an extra step. It's my least favorite thing about this system is the extra step to damage. First, it has to beat your threshold. You only ever take 1, 2, or 3 hit points worth of damage in an attack. You never take 4 hit points. It's just minor, major, or severe.
Okie doke.
All right.
So when it hit me, it gave me severe damage. That's what it was supposed to do?
No. Just now it gave you major damage, 2 hit points of damage. And previously when I said 3 damage does not beat that first threshold of yours, so you only took 1 hit point loss.
Oh, okay. So that was my question, because you said 3, so I deducted 3 HP from me. So I should have only taken 1 instead
That's
of 3.
the terminology. The damage number that I tell you is against your thresholds.
Got it. Thank you. I missed that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this.
No problem.
At this little damage and health threshold, going, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that'll come into play later. All right. Thank you.
Yep. I am now actually going to take a turn here, because that was just a reaction. So Actually, no. That was a whole action, but I'm going to spend a fear to take another one. And he is just going to attack. I don't want to do that. Yeah, he's just going to attack Iris. And the manner of the attack is a warp blast. Here I go with my +3 to attack. That is 11.
11 against.
11 to hit, and that's against your evasion.
Yeah, then that hits.
Okay, so now the damage. It's got so many little windows. The damage is incoming. Now I get to roll a 12. That is 17 magical damage, but that goes against your thresholds, remember?
Yeah, my threshold is 17.
So that's going to be... That's your higher threshold, right?
It's
Yes.
my... Yeah, it's
So
the
that's gonna be
threshold between major and severe.
That'll be your severe wound, and you'll take 3 hit points loss.
All right.
But she can use her armor slot to reduce the threshold.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that physical damage?
Okay.
You can check off armor slots to reduce that.
To reduce the threshold by 1.
Perfect. All right, so I can reduce the... And I have a total of 12 armor slots.
Do you?
Oh, do I have just the...
Your base is whatever it says in there. I think it was 4, wasn't it?
It's 4, but I also have my shield, so it's 5.
Copy.
So that's how many I have. So I have
Yeah.
5 armor points.
Right,
And
and
so-
you use them, you expend them to do this.
Got it. Okay. So
12
yes,
is the most a character can ever have.
Got it. Okay. Copy that. So I will expend 1 armor and drop the damage down to moderate and take a
Alright.
mere 2 HP. A mere major damage instead of severe
Yes.
damage.
Can I come in and use my I am a shield to decrease that another down to minor damage?
I don't have that ability memorized. Can you?
I am your shield. Okay, let's see. It says when your ally within very close would take damage, you can mark a stress to stand in the way and make yourself the target of the attack instead. Oh, it's instead. So I would be taking the entire attack. When you take damage from this attack, you can mark any number of armor slots instead.
You may indeed do that if you wish. The damage was 17 to Iris.
That'll put me in the major damage area. But will that help you in your...
You don't need to do that. I will be...
Okay. If you're going to be
I can take
okay.
it. Mm-hmm.
All right. Who else wants to do something then? Or Kaylin, you can just do an action instead of that reaction that you were discussing.
Yeah. Well, I am just going to come in with my axe and swing.
Okay.
So I'll stand next to Iris there, and I will yell something. Let no shadow pass unseen. Well,
12 does not hit this creature.
Really?
well, that was unclimatic.
It is too chaotic. You missed. Was that hope or fear?
Oh, it was hope.
Well, you can have a hope then.
Yay.
Click.
When the damage got reflected, did Rashid get hit?
No, he's outside the room.
All right, I'm gonna leave the room and tell Rashid what's going on.
Okay. I
'Cause
have a feeling Rashid knows, and he just wants you guys to handle it.
Rashid, come handle this. I'm about to die. And
Do you
I'm
have
gonna-
anything useful?
I'm gonna go into the corner and recover for a round.
Which corner?
Don't let Kaji die. He's supposed
Over
to
here?
save the world.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
He has to marry that dragon.
Thank you. Appreciate
I
that.
say what?
Yeah, he wants to marry a dragon. Okay.
I guess I'll go into the room then. I'll sort of roll my eyes at Kaji as I go by.
And I roll my eyes at him too.
There you are.
In fact, I get a new experience called Roll Eyes.
This is no time to make eyes at each other.
Mhm.
Would you say that's very close then?
Yeah, I'd call it very close.
All right, I'll snap at him with my whip then.
All right.
Uh, 7 with fear.
Oof. It's mostly fear with you guys.
A miss and a problem.
So he's gonna go. He's gonna just take that fear and spend it right away to remake reality again. So you will all, everyone in the room, not Kaji, because Kaji left, but those of you in the room with it are going to take a 1911 direct magic damage. So that's probably minor or major for all of you.
It's minor for me, thank goodness.
You clock that, Sarah?
Say that again. How many was it? Sorry, I was trying to find it.
11.
11. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not doing so hot.
Okay.
Is it my turn to go? Can it be my turn to go?
Sure.
It's your turn to go.
How is this thing looking? Like, we're hitting it, but are we doing any damage to it?
It's hard to tell. It's definitely reacting to your hits. It's changing shape, but it's made of chaos energy, and I don't know that you can take a look at it and like see a wound or anything.
I am going to actually take a step back and say, friends, I think we must fall back and regroup. And I am going to and I'm going to start backing away, but Kaylin, have you spent your full movement on your turn? 'Cause I'm going to try to herd you with me.
I don't believe so. I only moved forward a short bit. Because I was already in the room.
I'm going to push both. I'm going to back up and just elbowing both of you, try to elbow you behind me away from this thing, because I think it is kicking our asses, and everything we do to it, it turns damage back on us.
The vigilant never walk away from a fight.
Well, I think we should be vigilant. I think
Over
the
there.
fight will continue after the vigilant have considered what they have observed. I say limping and bleeding. And now I am going to grab you and...
Well, when I take a good look at you, then I come to my senses and, all right, yeah.
All right, so you run off like a little baby, and
Hell
you
yeah.
go with her.
I go with dignity.
Oh, I'm taking the ribbit with me too. Rashid, you're coming too.
You are carrying a sword. You
I'm
cannot.
not carrying them. I'm trying to herd with like my arm.
No. You are carrying a sword. You cannot manhandle two people with your other hand.
I'm only manhandling Kaylin. I kind of assume as I'm backing away and doing this gesture to Rashid, he's not going to stay in there when the two armed people are leaving. But
Probably.
correct me if I'm wrong.
That's up to Rashid.
That is up to you, Chris. You see me backing up because I clearly want you to go through that door ahead of me where I can cover you.
Yeah, sure. I'll move out of the room. He does not need to be told twice.
You want to go ahead and close the door?
Yep.
Well done.
I blame Kaji.
Blame will get us nowhere.
I pull out my minor healing potion and take it. That was.
I'll pull out the picture too and kind of show everyone.
Oh yeah, that looks familiar, doesn't it?
Good likeness.
What? Does anybody know what the hell that was?
Hold on. I'm using my minor potion too.
Yeah. Wait, don't, because I'm going to, after I take my minor potion, I'm going to cast Healing Hands. I'll cast it first on Kaylin. Alright, so that is successful. That's because I rolled a 18, which is a success on my spellcast roll. The DC is 13. So I'm going to clear 2 hit points off of you. You get 2 hit points back, and I take a stress. And I cannot do that again on you until I take a long rest. And then, Kaji, I do the same. Gonna roll. If you guys don't mind if I take it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm assuming I have, and then that's going to be a 18 or 17 success on you. So you will also take I'll mark another stress and clear 2 HP off of you.
Thank you.
Rashid, you good?
Yeah, only 1 tick.
Yeah, you're good. And I just treat my healing. All right, I'm done.
While you guys are out there with the door closed on this creature, it kind of goes silent in there.
Do you think it is a trap?
It might be a trap. Do you think burning the house down will cleanse the place?
Like I said, you can't solve all your problems by burning the house down.
Let's consider that more of a plan F, maybe F for fire. Let's try to get through, 5 plans before we start burning things down.
Every time somebody says burn the house down, my torch just goes like closer to the floor.
Contrary to popular belief, you can't just burn wood by putting a torch on the floor. It needs to have like a dry ignition, there needs to be the right conditions outside. And
Haji, don't
Gee.
poke him.
Is Kaji yelling this from around the corner?
yes.
Rashid, as you're trying to test Kaji's theory, the torch on the floor, when you lift it up again, suddenly there is a powerful pulse through the whole building. It feels like that reality warping thing that this creature in there was doing to you guys. In fact, it feels exactly like it. But this time, it's going to hit all of you, even though you're not in the room. So everyone take 9 direct damage. This is magical if you have anything that cares about that. And Rashid, as you feel this thing harm you and then you go to stand back up with your torch, you look around and you realize that this sort of inside out upside down, if you will, version of the house that you guys were seeing as it was warping the reality. This time it stayed that way.
How much is the damage again?
It was 9,
Okay.
so I think that's just a minor for most of you, but I'm not sure.
Is the threshold? Does it go up or down if you land on the threshold?
Meets it, beats it.
Yeah.
For who?
Yeah.
What?
So
if
I
I
guess
met your threshold, then I beat your threshold.
Yeah, that's a.
So I use my magic world to reduce damage by 7, but I still took one point.
Okay.
Perhaps we should leave the entire house.
Yep.
You can try, but I guarantee you that's probably not going to work now.
Everything's fucked up in here, guys.
Oh no.
Too late.
That was my only health potion, and then I cleared 2 HP, and then I just took 2 HP of damage again.
Well,
You guys.
how many times can you cast that? Oh, the healing hands. You're going to that once per
I
long
can
rest.
cast it once per person per long rest.
Well, I'm going to take
And
another.
I can't cast it on myself.
I'm going to use a healing potion on myself right now. For 1, I got 1. Well, there goes my healing potion.
Kaji, can you see in the dark?
Yes, as an underborn, I have low light living. When you are in an area with low light or heavy shadow, you have advantage on rolls to hide, investigate, or perceive details within the area.
Oh, I was actually asking because of your cat race, but either way, there's a pile of skulls.
For some reason they didn't give the cats that. I had to pick underborn as a background to get that.
So there's a pile of skulls on the floor next to you.
Oh, nice.
That wasn't there a minute ago.
Mm-hmm. No,
Yes.
yeah, I definitely have a feeling that our entire reality has changed. This kind of reminds me of my days in the Underborn. Reality changes there all the time. Do I get a sense of what's causing this?
No more than what I already described to everyone.
What about my arcane sense? Do I feel magic somewhere?
Well, yeah, everybody is aware that something magical hit you, caused you damage, and changed the world around you, warped reality into this shape.
All right, well, do I see any light anywhere?
The light sources are actually the same, in the same locations as they were. They're just dimmer.
Are there windows?
Actually, the windows seem to have been grown over by some sort of gunk that is covering the walls, like a fleshy sort of fibrous material. Can you see that?
Yes.
It's
Sort of
all
like
over everything.
Ghostbusters 2.
It's more like a webbing.
Let me. Let's see. How does short rest work in this game?
I don't know.
I think you either rest or you don't. I'm not sure that there is a short rest,
Hold
long
on.
rest mechanic.
I am double checking right now.
Great.
So there's a short and long.
Oh, all right.
So short.
Yeah. I
Is
see.
there, I'm trying to see how long it takes for a short rest. Short rest is when catch breath. Takes about an hour.
Yeah, so you guys are still in this house with the creature you were fighting, so there's not resting right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all you did was close a door.
Is the creature still there?
How would you know?
Well, do I hear it?
No, it went silent, but then it did this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now it is silent again.
Well, it's going to keep hurting us. We might as well go keep hurting it.
Yes, I think we should do that, but Rashid, did you find anything on that bookshelf or near in that corner?
Just the picture I showed you.
Sorry, I don't think you showed that to me.
Well, if you were over here, you would have seen it.
Oh, what was it again? Enlighten me with my photographic memory.
The parents, the house, and behind the parents are stick figures. Oh, sorry. The parents are stick figures. They're outside of the house. And then there's black scribbles. And the black scribbles have mad eyebrows.
Okay.
Gonna give.
Just one kid, right?
That is all you saw evidence of, but it's not conclusive.
Do I see anything else on this corner?
Yeah, I just turned on a little torch for you just because you can see in the dark. This thing that is where the kid's bedroll is appears to be like some sort of table that you strap someone down on. Over here, where there was previously a bookcase, it's now some sort of glowing demonic
Okay.
chest.
I will investigate that.
Taste it.
It appears to be some sort of torture device. Like maybe you put someone in it and it burns them and stabs them, but you can't get it open.
Really hoping for a demonic bookcase.
Is it like locked, like something's behind it?
It's unclear whether it's locked or just stuck.
Let's see. I look around for like a switch.
You see no switch.
I can come hit it.
You do see. I don't know if you can make it out on the stream. You see these two red things here. They are actually part of a big mechanical like arm that hangs over this table here.
But I don't see like anything that like controls the arm or like some sort of mechanism.
No mechanism beyond the arm itself. No.
Well, I relay this information to everyone. Like, seems like there's like a large chest, torture thing on the wall, and like some sort of table. I assume, this is just my theory, but I assume that spirit we're fighting is possibly a angry spirit that was tortured here by this machine, and it wants revenge. And maybe it thinks we're the people that hurt it. I don't see any books around here.
No books.
No books. Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe if we destroy the torture devices.
You can try.
Can I get over there and try to break something?
I suppose. What are you going to try to break?
I'll try the thing on the wall first.
This big glowing thing over here?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a test for that. We'll call it, what, strength, I suppose.
All right.
It's going to be difficult. Let me give you a target number here. 20.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Woo! Hope or fear?
Unfortunately, it's fear.
All
Just
right.
It's always fear.
It's awesome. I love fear.
Yeah.
Fear's my favorite. You smash this thing so hard that the doors, which it does turn out were just stuck, swing open. And you see a corpse inside. It was an Iron Maiden, and it was this person, whoever it was being both stabbed and burned by this device.
Is there a way we can purify this body?
Furies, do you know of a way to do that?
To do what to the body?
Purify it.
Right? Purify it. I don't
Cleanse
I
it.
don't have anything.
Cleanse
I'm
it.
sorry. I can. You know what? I would like to use my. I have Protector of All Life, and I've touched by myths and gods. Maybe I can do a investigate, or sorry, not investigate, but a knowledge check, and see if I can add my touched by myths and gods to get a sense of something that one of us, myself or Kaylin, can do here.
Using an experience requires spending a hope, and you only have one.
Okay, so this will be my last hope.
Yeah, you can do it. I'm just letting you know.
I will do it.
All right. And so you're trying to find out what happened to this body, or what?
I'm trying to find out if this. Let me think how to phrase this. I'm trying to find out if this body, if there's a way to, if you know what? The question I was asked is, can you cleanse this body? So that's what I'm going to try to figure out. Is there something I know, or I have some instinct for, that I can release, or I can see, is this body somehow anchoring this evil to this location? And is there some way that I can release that evil?
Okay. Did you do the roll yet?
I did do the roll, and it
What
wasn't
was it?
very good. It is, including my my +2 bonus, it's an 11.
11. Hope or fear?
Hope, actually.
Ooh.
That at least I get.
All right.
Can I help her?
Yeah, you can spend a hope to give her advantage, which would let her roll a d6 to add.
Yeah, this is my last hope, and I'll give it to you.
Actually, you have two.
No, sorry, you didn't mark the last one when I spent the shield to reduce the damage.
Oh, is that
was-
that's
Yeah,
a hope cost?
Yeah, that's a hope cost. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you add a d6 to your roll, Sarah.
Great. 3. So that'll take me up to 14.
14. So I think this is something that comes from your understanding of how the divine and the profane interact with the mortal. This body was killed in a horrifying manner. Clearly something corrupt has done this. This is not your normal murder. It's not even your normal torture death. It is something from beyond. Something unclean has done this. But that does not make the body itself unclean. The body of a mortal, it can be corrupted by magic, but simply being killed doesn't make the body in need of cleansing.
Well, to be fair, when I said cleansing as a way to do about this, I meant as in, like, if the spirit is angry, we can, like, calm it down through the body.
Ah,
Is there
okay.
a spirit? Yeah, like, is there a
it's like-
spirit
Like
sense?
if there's like an angry spirit, she can calm it down, basically.
That is not what's happening. With the roll that you made, you know that this body was killed probably by that thing in there or something in league with it. That thing that you were fighting is not the spirit of this human.
Okay, I'll convey that, and I'm pretty certain that the thing in there is what tortured it.
Because you have a similar sense of corruption from this whole place and this torture device that you were getting from that entity.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll convey that. Like, this is not the source. This is another victim. Hopefully not my friend.
Hopefully.
It is.
I'll say a prayer over the body.
Thank you. It is that thing in there. It is. It wishes. It is corrupted. I don't know if there's a way to lift the corruption off of that, but this is not the source of the corruption, but a victim of it. I will. Let's see. We have. We've only looked into this side and corner of the room. Can I look through the rest of the house?
Yeah,
See the rest of.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if I could check the other side of the house now that it's changed.
Yeah. What are these things on the wall? Are they cobwebs? Or are they like?
They are the same thing I described earlier. They're everywhere. They are just sort of like they seem like flesh. They're just like a purplish. Hard to say the color
flesh.
in this low light, but it's like flesh has grown over the house. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
It's like a webbing. Over here, it looks fairly the same. You've got a fireplace. That's the same fireplace. You can see by the light of the fireplace here that there are fleshy bits growing on the floor as well. You can see kind of tentacles there. It's not giving off the light as clearly as it was before everything changed. So the light doesn't spread as far. But the layout of the house seems roughly the same.
Does anything else jump out to me? I can do a roll.
Yeah, I was about to mention these two little chairs that were here have just turned into like weird misshapen stumps.
Like tree stumps?
Yeah.
I'm following Furies, by the way. Just following her.
Yeah. And the doors are fleshed over.
The doors? No, the doors still look usable.
Oh.
Oh, I'm leaving then.
I'll say look outside before you go first.
This little pile of stuff used to be the table. Going outside?
I'll open the door and see
Well, the door, you never closed it when you came in.
Okay. Does it look normal outside, or has it all gone to Diablo 2 as well?
It is
Say
all
stranger things.
it is all fucked up out here, man.
All right, I'll sort of peek my head back in. It's no better out here.
Oh, where is he and his family?
You can see this whole area that used to have like those trees in it. It's like it's all these tentacles. There's this weird green mist everywhere. It's fucked up.
Do you know if they had a favorite spot on their farm?
Can I investigate like the flooring of this house, or is there like a basement?
You have seen no evidence in either version of the house of a basement. The flooring now has grown over with these tentacles. You can see them. You can sort of see them there. But they're just sort of coming up from between the boards.
Are they moving? Or just kind of...
They're not writhing, but they are kind of like pulsing a little.
I'm just... friends, I don't know where to start. Whatever is in there is a source of corruption and evil. It's sunk its roots deep into this place. And
Where
now
did
it's
the stairs
dragged
go
us to its hunting
outside?
ground.
What was that, Chris?
Where did the stairs go from the outside? Looked like there was a set of stairs. Yeah.
Oh, this? It's actually just meant to be like a little ladder that's propped up against the side of the house.
Oh.
Little step ladder. It's nothing.
I look outside. Are those bones?
Hold on.
Out
Is
the
everyone
step
going outside at
platform.
this point?
I'll just stick my. I'll come out to look around when Rashid is. Join Rashid on
Yes.
the porch.
Yeah, I'll take a look outside too, I guess. Just to get a sense of the situation.
There might be something about the picture and where the parents were standing. Maybe we should look at that area. Maybe that is where the child first saw the creature.
Yes.
So over here, these the bones you were asking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were piles of wood earlier. Now they're this.
The
outhouse is still here.
bones.
So there's that. You got that going for you.
We do. Is it the
But yeah.
only thing that looks the same?
What, the outhouse? It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't look the same either. No.
Oh, okay.
These things were here. They had fish on them, like they had a catch hanging there. There's bones over here. Kind of what you're seeing is that every place that had something in it still does, but it's not always the same thing. For example, bones where there was once a pile of wood.
Do you think this is the real version and what we saw was an illusion? Or the other way around? When we entered the farm, did we see only an illusion to draw us deeper into the house?
It's possible that they are both real.
I want to look around because there's a monster in the bedroom that hasn't seemed to come out to us yet. I look around. Are there any other signs with all these? The bones look like they're pretty. Somebody's been organizing them. Is there any sign other than the torture devices of monsters, creatures, something? What is threats?
You mean like this guy here?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. He's coming screaming towards you. This is one of the things I was mentioning about. Tailspire doesn't always have the minis I want. Imagine that this is a glowing skull flying through the air, shooting straight at you. And as you imagine that, let's take our 10-minute break. We'll see everyone soon. By the way, thanks for Cody for popping up in the Twitch chat, and I see option delete in the YouTube chat.
Welcome.
Nice.
Welcome. Well, I hope you guys stick with us. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for our second half.
All right.
All right.
How big was the
big's a
pig?
Okay. Mini pigs can be between 100 and 200 pounds.
That's the mini pig.
Nice.
Mini
So
pig.
can I.
Farm pigs can be, a lot bigger.
So
Like
can
a
I.
small car. Like a small car.
All
We
right.
don't have pigs.
So the people who were selling mini pigs, teacup pigs, were technically telling the truth. They just implied that they
Those-
say
Okay.
like this big instead of 120 pounds. All right. We will-
They are selling the babies and
Yes.
telling you that the other babies are the parents. Don't believe that.
Yeah. Don't buy. There's no
Stop
such
there.
thing as a miniature pig.
I will stop talking.
Well, a miniature. There is such a thing as a miniature pig, but it's 120 pounds. It's up
Correct.
to 200 pounds. Okay.
Correct.
Anybody remember Daggerheart?
It was a great game once.
Yeah.
Then it
There's
took an
some
arrow to the
bones.
knee.
It's a farm. Full of pigs. All right. I'm going to hit that thing coming at us with a bolt beacon, baby.
Do
What?
it.
A bolt beacon.
A bolt beacon. I make a spellcast roll against a target with within far range.
Okay.
Yes, it's a six. Well, I shouldn't say it's a success. I don't know. It's a 15 plus my strength, so that's an 18
That's a hit.
plus my proficiency. So 20, dirty 20. Not that that means anything on a D12.
Hope
So
or
yeah,
fear?
so that's no hope. I succeeded on hope.
Nice.
All right.
And so I'm immediately going to spend that hope because now I'm going to, I have to spend a hope to do 2d8 of +2 of damage. It says using my proficiency. Does that mean I get to add my proficiency too?
I guess, yeah. Your proficiency is 2 right now.
Yeah. It's odd
What-
phrasing.
What's the
That's
ability again?
This is Bolt Beacon. I make a spellcast roll against a target within far range. On a success, spend hope to send a bolt of shimmering light, dealing d8 +2 magic damage using your proficiency. And so that's going to be 13 plus 2 plus 2.
Sorry.
So 17 damage.
Cool. You have dealt a severe wound.
And also the target is now temporarily vulnerable and is glowing.
Oh, wait. Sorry, you have not dealt a severe wound, for this creature is also resistant to magic. You have dealt a major wound, though.
All right. Well, he still is temporary vulnerable and he's glowing.
Yeah, he was already glowing, but
I was gonna say, I
good
think-
job.
Now he's glowing more with the bright light.
Cody is
of
asking.
Father.
Cody is asking, what is it? I'm not sure if he's referring to the pigs, the game, which is Daggerheart, or the mapping software, which is Tailspire. But those are the things. It was pigs, Daggerheart, and Tailspire. That's what we're doing.
I was going to say he's asking about the pigs, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna
hear about pigs.
yeah. I'm gonna spend a fear.
No.
To make an attack. Well, actually, he's going to move first, closer to Erie's. Yeah, I built the set piece in Tailspire. I didn't do the modeling or anything. It comes with pieces. It's like a digital huge set of Dwarven Forge stuff or something like that. Yeah. So he's coming at you, and he's using something called Siphon Magic.
Oh.
And it can only be used against a PC with a spellcast trait within very close range. So if I succeed on this, you're going to mark 1d4 stress. Here we go. This is... what? Interfere to make an attack. All right. Well, it's 18 to hit against your. That's against your evasion.
Yeah, I feel like that hits.
Okay, so this is a little bit of a waste, but I just want to try it. You're going to take 2 stress. It's a waste
Yep.
in that it's supposed to also clear the skull stress. But he doesn't have any yet. He also gets
Glad
to
he's
take...
well rested.
On a success, he also gets to immediately be spotlighted again. It means it's his turn again. Now he will mark a stress. I should have done these in the opposite order. No, that wouldn't have made any sense. So, he is now going to Magic Burst. He's marking a stress to make an attack roll against all targets within close range. So I will have him sort of... Actually, I'm gonna make him fly. How do you make him fly? This one. There we go. I'm going to have him fly kind of there. And then do his magic burst, so he'll get all of you. Targets the skull succeeds against will take 2d6 plus 4 magic. So I have to roll an attack. And if all 4 of you, if I hit your evasion, you're going to take some damage. Well... 10. Does 10 beat anyone's evasion?
It beats mine.
It beats mine. Mine's at 9.
Okay, I got 2 of you.
Are you wearing armor?
Am I supposed to add something to my evasion? Because I just have
Yeah.
my starting score.
Yeah, you're supposed to put on your armor.
Your armor doesn't add to your evasion. It adds to your armor.
So sorry, not that. The evasion is your class plus.
Your
Like,
agility, right?
Yeah, for me, it's my class plus my flexible. So I have 11.
Evasion's not that high for anyone. It is.
Yeah, my bad. The armor affects your threshold.
Yeah, it affects
Okay.
your threshold and your base armor score, but not your evasion.
So it didn't hit me. No.
At 9, it sounds about right for a level 2. Option delete says he's asking for Daggerheart for Father's Day. Good luck, sir. I had to buy it for myself. Nobody got me anything for Father's Day in May. So I got to roll damage on the 2 of you that I hit. It's Snake Eyes, lucky you, plus 4. So 6 magic
Yay.
damage. It is not direct damage. It's 6 damage. So I don't think that matters. It's just minor wound for both of you, right?
Yeah, minor wound. So, but because of that, I could take. I could have my armor soak it, right?
Yeah, I believe you can do that. Typically, you use it
Or
to.
not.
Yeah, you can soak it.
I will
Spin
do
an
that.
armor to do that.
My armor, can I soak as well?
Yeah.
I have 5 armor, so I can soak 1. Okay.
You can spend 1 to do that. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that as well.
All right. Who wants to do something now? I'm done.
Where am I in that?
Anybody
What's
have
that?
any good physical attacks?
This
Yeah, I do.
is Kaylin back
Me.
here.
I have my axe. I'm way back
And
there.
my axe.
Yeah, you were the last one to tell me you left the room, so.
That's true. Can I squeeze? You know what? If I can get and vault over there, I have. If I need to, maybe I don't need to, but I have an ancestry feature of being able to leap very well. So,
All right.
Boom.
Boom.
If I need to
There
use
you
that,
go.
I will. But I'd like to do that and get in
can-
there behind it or whatever.
You can stand
and-
on that railing if you want.
Swing my axe at it. Well, I am kind of goat-like, so why not?
There you go.
Come on. All right. Whoa. 19.
Excuse me. That hits.
Nice.
All right. Nine.
You beat 1 threshold, so it's going to take a major wound.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm going to now take the spotlight for a moment because you may notice from this camera angle that in the same manner that this creature here is kind of glowing blue, there's something off in the distance that is doing the same. And it's getting closer.
Boo.
It's another one. A lot of skulls around here, gang. It cannot get close enough to do anything yet, but it's on its way in.
What range?
Oh, let's see. Gosh, what are the ranges again? Goes close, very close, close, far.
Very far?
See, I think so.
Yeah, I've got very far. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's anything in between close and far. I always forget these simple little things. Maybe it's on my little cheat sheet here.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it goes melee, very close, close, far, very far. So I'd call this at this point close, but not very close.
Okay.
No, actually, it says far. We'll call it far, just at the edge of far and close. But call it far for now. 30 feet, basically.
All right.
And this one's you, Iris.
It's me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was actually going to say, when I see it coming in on the wing, I want to use my charge here, which is one of my ancestry features. So I want to. It says when I succeed on an agility roll, to move from far or very far range into melee range with one or more targets. So I'm
Cool.
assuming that means that I can roll agility, and if I roll high enough, I can basically do a dash.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's exactly
I'm
right.
gonna do.
And I'm going to say, I don't know if there is a rule on this in your ability there, but I'll just say it's an average roll of 15.
Okay. That is a 23 with a success on hope.
Wow.
Before I even add my agility bonus, so that's 24.
Okay.
So I am ready for this thing. So I am coming in at this guy with my charge. I'm
Are
marking.
you flying or running?
I am flying, yes.
There you go.
I am going to mark a stress, and I automatically deal 1d12 to this guy because I'm just going to crash into him, and I believe I can.
1d12 damage?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that is the extent of the damage or if I can also do an attack with my axe when I crash into him.
Read me the ability off the card.
Charge. When you succeed on an agility roll to move from far or very far range into melee range with one or more targets, you can mark a stress to deal 1d12 physical damage to all targets within melee range.
Okay, so that
Maybe
is the
feels like
attack.
bonus
It's just the
action.
1d12.
Okay, it is the attack? Okay.
Yeah, so what that ability is, anyone can do that agility roll to move that extra distance, but when you do it, you can do the charge attack.
Okay, and I only get, and that's my action roll to do a dash with.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Okay. All right,
Give
then I'll
someone else
roll.
a chance.
I will roll my d6 because the other ability is when I take a stress, I can roll 1d6, and if I get a 6, nope. I don't have to take it. I do take my stress.
What was the damage roll you did?
My damage is a 1d12, so I'm going to roll that. 5 damage.
Copy.
Nice.
That's a
nice.
minor wound.
Just human cannon, well, cow cannon into this guy. Headbutt.
How about
Right
you two? How about Frog
Spectral.
and Cat? You guys do anything?
Go get him, Frog.
Can I ask really quickly, did he resist that damage? Does he have any?
He did not.
Yeah, resist that! Headbutt him. Okay.
It still was only a minor wound, but yeah.
I'll thrust at the guy in melee here with my rapier.
Yeah.
$15 to hit with fear.
That's
why
a
not?
hit, sir.
And a whopping 4 plus 1, so 5 damage.
Okay, well, you have killed it.
Ah!
That one,
Nice.
kill menu, kill. It is killed.
vanishes.
Beat that kitty cat.
Yeah, it blows up in a explosion of bone fragments.
Well done, Rashid.
So now
That's a good
it's
one.
just that one.
And we just see one more coming, right?
Well, yeah, you actually do see one more coming.
Oh no. That
So
one's
there's-
all you.
So there's two coming.
Well, there's the one that Iris just charged, and there's another one coming in.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my action until it gets closer.
Okay. In that case, it will go a little closer.
I would like to, did I don't remember if I said that my last roll was hope.
I think I don't know. I don't know if I marked it. I don't think I have marked anything for you recently. You do have 3 hope on your frame there.
Okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those, but
I'll just give you one.
I would like to can I move up to it and get into melee range normally?
From where you are, it is far, we decided, so you will
Okay.
have to you would have to do the agility roll to get
All right,
there.
I'll do an agility roll. Let me see if I can. Can I use hold the line? Add 2 more.
Sure, I guess. If you want to spend a hope on that.
Sure, I'll spend a hope on that.
All right.
All right.
Boom.
That's another successful hope roll. I'll get that out of the way first.
All right. You are. I have balanced you on yet another railing over here.
Nice.
21.
To hit?
21
with
to
your-
get up
to-
in its face. I don't get to just automatically hit it.
Right, you don't have the charge, but yeah, you definitely ran over there.
Now I'm
Turn on
going
a
to.
torch, even though you don't have one, just to make it easier to see you.
I can still swing at it though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I will do. Ah. $12.
That's a
with
miss.
fear. Damn.
A
Fear.
miss with fear.
How close? How close is it to us now?
It stopped when Iris charged it, so from you and Rashid, it's still about 30 feet, far range.
Far. Okay. All right, from far.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry. Did you put me near Erie's? I was going towards the other.
Oh, the other guy?
Yeah,
Oh, hold on. I'm
I
not
was going to
sure
intercept.
how far that is. Yeah, you rolled
that-
pretty high, so I'll say you got there.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna hit the one that Iris has from far with my held action.
Okay, what are you using?
It's just my staff.
You gonna run up?
No. I'm shooting on like a magical beam from my staff.
Okay,
It's
go
far.
for it.
It's far range. 10 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, that was my held action.
Copy. Rashid,
I'm gonna go back into the house
bye, dude.
and near the. I'm gonna chuck the torch that I have near the door that the chaos guy is in.
Okay, hold on.
Going straight to
Let's get
plan
rid of
F.
this roof.
That's what he's trying to do. With fire.
It's
The
trying to.
roof.
So
The
you're
roof.
you're just throwing it over here.
Yeah, just like a toss.
All right.
I don't care if it gets like super close or anything, as long as it's closer to that than me.
Is there a torch? Torch.
The candle.
There. There's a lot of little torches. Let's just use this. Boom. There it is. All right. And so you're just kind of doing that from over here?
Yeah, just lob it over.
All right. And thus begins the fire.
And then I'll leave if I can.
Yeah. Iris, you haven't done anything in a bit.
I would love to do something. Specifically, I'd love to attack with my axe.
Please do that.
Okay. That's going to be a 16 plus 3 is 19. And I have my proficiency at this point, right? Not up to the damage.
Yeah, I think. I don't remember how
That'll be a
proficiency
21 to
works.
hit.
Yeah, you got him.
All right. I'm also going to add forceful push to this. So I'm going to roll my axe damage is going to be a 1d8. I also get to add, because I succeeded with hope on my forceful push, I'm get to add a d6.
To the damage? Okay.
My damage. All right, that's going to be 9 damage. And the last thing that happens is that I'm knocking this guy back to out of melee range into close range. So he's actually getting knocked back 2 ranges.
I'm sorry, what was the damage total? 9?
Damage is 9.
Okay. Bonk.
I just really want to just like keep pushing.
Well, he's going to come back a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's going to take a stress to do magic burst. Nah, forget that. You're the only one here. So he'll just do his regular energy blast. This is going to be an attack. 12, so I think that hits you.
It does.
And you're going to take 2d8. Give me another d8. And I'll just roll this one twice. 7 plus 7, 14 plus 3, 17 magic damage from that energy blast.
So I can spend 1 shield to knock it down, knock down the damage by 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or knock down
Alright.
the hit point level.
The
So-
threshold.
Yeah, knock it down 1 threshold. Yeah.
I'll do that.
All right. So, also, you may have noticed, the keen-eyed observers that you are, that when I turn to the camera in this direction, another blue dot in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Any gums?
That's a cool visual.
And I'm going to have him come on up to there. And he is going to attack Kalen. He's going to do that energy blast as well. Sorry, that's 11. Does that hit Kalen?
Yes.
All right. $13 damage.
That's in the minor range. Can I use a shield to take no damage?
You may.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I will do that.
All right. Would you like to do something now? I'm going to stop doing GM stuff for now.
I would like to use Whirlwind.
Ooh, that's whirlwind.
Let me. Oh, did I get? Where did it go? 1 second.
Up your button around the corner.
Oh my goodness.
Haven't heard that one in a while, huh?
No, I just taught that to my kids.
That used to be the answer to every where question.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got tired of hearing, I don't know. And I said, I want to hear up my butt and around a corner from now on. Here it is. All right. When you make a successful attack against a target within very close range, you can spend a hope to use the attack against all other targets within very close range. All additional adversaries you succeed against with this ability take half the damage. So first I need to make a successful attack on the guys. So I'll just target the same one I previously targeted. So let's do that first.
Okay.
All right. That's going to be... One second, I lost count. $21
That's a hit.
with hope.
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh. You got a lot
Okay.
of hope.
All right.
Spin some.
Wait, I'm sorry.
The difficulty to hit is 15, so
Oh, yeah, that's
if you're anywhere close to 21, you're fine.
That was correct. I thought I added the wrong +3, but it doesn't matter. I have +3 strength and I have +3 to my attack, my damage roll, so it got confusing for a second. Anyways, here comes the attack roll.
So you'll spend a hope to use Whirlwind, right?
I will. So I rolled 9. That's +9 + 3, 12.
Okay. That is major damage. You have killed the second one. Or third one, I guess. And now, do you have to do a separate damage roll for each target?
So
Oh, no, but half damage. They take
half damage.
Yeah. So you obviously succeed. It's the same type of creature, so that hits. But the 12 is now 6, so it's only a minor wound on this guy. All right.
Get back, darkness.
Ugh.
Don't talk back to me.
Ugh. He's gonna kill you now. Let's see. What crazy power am I gonna use? Nothing. He's gonna fly away from you.
Coward.
And head over to here. And then I'll spend a hope to get, or a fear of mine to give him to do something else. It's called fear it's called hope, even though it's fear points, because it's actually the same thing, just with an inversion on it. So I'm gonna do that magic burst again. All targets within close range, which if I'm right in the middle here, is gonna get all of you. Well, no, Rashid's way over by the door now. Hold on.
It's okay, I don't mind.
No, I don't want to leave you out. This is supposed to be a ruler. I don't know how to use it. Oh well, forget it. Yeah, I'll say Rashid's out of range, but it's going to hit Iris and Kaji. So, here comes my attack. It's lousy. He rolls 7.
No.
No.
Both easily evade his magic burst, and he takes a stress for no reason.
That's what he gets
All
for
right.
being a...
Guys, I'm down to 1 HP.
Well,
That's
Yeah.
awesome. This guy over
have
here
no
is
more
also.
potions.
I'm gonna spend
Sorry,
Become
you
a.
get potions.
Pile of bones in the bone pile.
I'm gonna spend a fear to have this guy go as well.
All right. Thanks.
You are welcome.
Mhm.
It's been a while since I've died in a game.
He's going to actually spend yet another fear in order to do his siphon magic, which will give you stress.
Okay.
Here's the attack, 22 to hit. So you're going to
yeah.
take. You're going to take 4 stress.
What happens when I max out my stress?
You can't take any more, and I think that means you start taking hit point damage instead. when you
Yeah,
take stress.
it takes hit point damage instead of stress.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So you take 4 stress.
Okay, so if I only had 2 stress spices left, does that mean I just took 2 HP of damage?
I believe it does.
I believe
I'm
so.
down.
Oh no.
There's no down. You have to make a choice.
Oh. All right.
Hold on. Hold on. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
How do I knock you down?
Facing death is an important part of the adventure. Having a character die can be an exciting part of the story. You choose from the following options. Blaze of Glory, your character embraces death and goes out with a blaze of glory. You take one more action, which is a critical success, and then you cross through the veil of death. Avoid death, your character avoids death and faces the consequences. They temporarily drop unconscious, and then you work with the GM to describe how the situation worsens when the character can't move or act while unconscious. They can't be targeted by any attack, and they return to conscious when the allies have cleared 1 or more marks of HP on them. And then there's Risk It All. This is on page
Yep, I'm looking.
106, by the way.
This is
Roll
fun.
your duality dice. If your hope die is higher, your character stands up to their feet and clears all hit points and stress. But if they don't, then they die instantly. So you can risk it all, avoid death, or blaze of glory.
What?
Hold
May
on.
I
I
have
do
to
want to.
risk-
I do want to check one thing before we get into that.
What are you looking at, Steve? The stress?
No, not at all. The hit points.
Ah.
Because all of that wording was about when you die, you do this. None of it said when you drop to 0 hit points. So I want to know, does dropping to 0 hit points mean you die right away, or is there something in between?
I
No,
believe
it's at the top of the page. It says, in Daggerheart, when you mark your last hit point, you must make a death move.
There
Yep.
it is. Okay, thank
So
you.
yeah, it's there on the page.
Yep. Mhm.
All right. Always good to check.
So you can avoid death, or you can risk it all, or blaze of glory.
I'm
Thanks,
gonna
pretty
have
boy.
to risk it all.
All right.
All right,
He wants to risk it all, boys.
here we go.
Oh.
And
That
I
is-
passed through the veil.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1 on my hope dice.
No.
You have crossed through the veil.
Ooh.
I have crossed through the veil of
Wait,
death.
Wait,
to the
wait.
loving arms. Yeah,
Wait. You said a 1?
I rolled a 1 on my hope dice and an
Is it-
8 on my fear.
That means fear is higher. That means
Yeah.
she
Okay.
dies.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I thought maybe she rolled 2 1s, which is a critical, but
So
Mhm.
as this being, I know that we're looking at ghosts on the screen, but it's a flying, glowing skull creature. As it makes this sort of siphon magic attack, it sucks the very magic out of your being, causing you to become exhausted to the point of death. You were flying, you fall to the ground.
Just
What do
crump.
you think Iris is thinking at this time as she collapses?
I think that she is thinking that this must be her destiny, that she did what she could. She wishes it didn't end here. but she came to her friend's defense. She brought her friends to her old childhood friend's defense. And her last thought is that she hopes that they will finish the mission and save her friend, and that
Erase, no!
in some small way and then she turns her attention to what comes next, to move forward into the next phase of her curious adventure that her forest spirit god has called her to. And she moves into the light.
The light is very, very difficult to see from here.
Uh-oh.
And none of the rest of you can see this because it happens beyond the veil. But Iris gets lost.
Gets lost in
On the way
darkness.
into the light.
Ah.
And what you do see is that her body, bleeding from mortal wounds and slack in its muscles, flies away into the sky like a floating zombie. And as your eyes follow her up, you see something on the horizon that you did not expect.
Nope.
Okay.
Is that Demogorgon?
Guess again, Chief.
It looks like a Demogorgon.
It's
Oh, it's Cthulhu. Even better. Nice.
Yeah.
what the heck? How do you defend this against Demogorgon?
Yeah. He's
Cthulhu?
just not involved with what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Have fun being dead.
Thanks.
Let's finish out this combat, and
Yeah.
then we'll save that for next week.
Yeah. I'll roll up a new character while you guys are working on this.
Use
Yeah.
Demiplane.
Listen, I promise you guys, viewers, Demiplane is not a sponsor. Alan just really likes it.
Well, so seeing Iris get killed, Kaji gets face to face with that flying skull, and
This one over here.
he's gonna use that added bonus of seeing that happen to do a new spell called Cinder's Grasp, and his hand turns into flames, and he puts it and he tries to grab onto this skull.
All right. Roll the attack.
So this is going to be +3. That is 18 with fear, but 18. 18 to hit, and
Yeah.
and it says on a success, the target instantly bursts into flames and takes 1d20 +3 damage.
Ooh, roll that, please.
Boom. 16 damage.
Wow.
So you
All
see,
right.
so you see the flame erupt inside of it and goes.
So
That's for
it
you,
does.
Reese.
It does have magical damage, but it doesn't matter because it was already pretty hurt. You've killed it. It also
That was-
explodes in
that
a
was for
shower
you.
of bone fragments.
That was for you, Reese.
Rashid, you've been hanging out on the porch for a bit. You're in the dark here because you threw your torch. What do you want to do?
Has the house started on fire?
Yeah, in fact, I was just opening this up to see if I could find some kind of fire to put on it. Here we go.
I activate fire filter. Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, burning.
That caught fast.
Mhm.
Yep. You know what? I'm
Nice.
going to go ahead and say that the ones here aren't, because why would you still be on the porch if it was starting to burn like that?
Well, I saw Erie's die, so I'm just going to throw myself into the fire. I'll run out and I'll deal with the last guy there that I can see.
Yeah.
I wish there was somebody else here hitting it, but uh-oh. An 11 is a miss, but I got hope. So.
All right. Here comes your hope. Where are you? Here you are. There. I'm gonna go ahead and have him turn around to attack you.
Oh no.
With... Yeah, he'll just do a regular energy blast. It wouldn't have mattered. 6.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
All right. Can Kaylin run up there?
No, I'm going to spend a fear to do that again.
Okay.
Man.
She's like,
That time it's 13.
That hits me. Well, that's my evasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits you.
Meter beat, yeah.
Okay.
7 plus 2 is 9 plus 3, 12 magic damage.
Okay. So I can't take that off with armor, then, right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
There are some abilities. I think they're more later in the game, but there are some abilities that care whether it's magic or physical. But
Okay.
armor will, yeah. Armor will. Stay.
I will use one armor to reduce it to 1 HP.
All right. I'm done for now.
Did
can Kaylin run up there where?
yeah,
she is?
Kaylin. Yeah, Kaylin.
Yeah, you can get up here.
All right. She runs up there, feeling like she's failed another friend. She is furious and upset.
It's amazing how correct that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah, you're muted. I think you tried to say something, but no sound came through.
17 with hope.
You say I'm dead? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 17 hits.
7 damage.
Okay. This one isn't very hurt, but it's more hurt than it was. Yeah. All right. It's going to magic burst. Spinning a fear to redo it. That is a crit.
Dang.
Oh my.
It was both, actually. It was a crit fail, and then I spent a fear to re-roll it. So the damage is going to be maxed on the dice 16. Wait, that's the wrong power. Magic burst max on the dice is 12. And then I'm going to roll 2d6 plus 4 in addition. So that's 12 plus 7 is 19 plus 4. 23 damage to Rashid and Caleb.
Have you ever had frog legs, Steve?
I'm about to, aren't I? Are you at
What,
0?
what, can they spend an armor slot on this?
I already did.
Okay.
That was to reduce it down to 2. And I
I'm
only
gonna-
had 2 hit points left.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm doing the same. I have 2
What's,
hit.
what's your choice, Frogman?
Wait, did I knock you guys both out?
No, I have 2 hit points left.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Well,
Rashid,
Frogman makes a choice.
get your death move.
Yeah. I obviously will, take the gambler's choice.
Oh, here we
Let's get
go.
all.
Where is that again?
So it's on page. It's on
106.
page 106. Risk it all.
Right.
Roll your duality dice. If it's hope,
Yeah, I got
get
it.
up. If it's fear, you're dead.
What happens if it's a 1 on both?
That's a crit.
That's a crit.
Yeah. So yeah,
You critically succeed. Your character stays up, clears all hit points and stress.
yep.
You are the opposite of dead. You suddenly feel the power of your devil frog heritage fill you up with the glory of the Rebbit.
Oh, hail the ribbit.
Yeah.
Caitlin's like, what just happened?
All
So
hail
this
the
thing blows up magically at you, and you just get better. I'm out of fear. Who's gonna kill this thing?
I mean, I'll try to hit it. I'll do the slay. I'll do my flame thing again because it looks like I don't need to even spend hope to use this flame move.
Yes,
So-
it's not everything does.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to get
You
me
have to-
get me right next to it.
Got to
Yeah,
melee him.
Yeah, I got melee. Boom. 21 with fear. It's always fear.
Oh,
21
boy.
with fear. But that's 1d20 plus 3. So let's see. Boom. 12 damage.
He's gone.
That was for you, Reese. But I got both of them.
It could have been for you, Rashid, but you had to go and live.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
So burning house, but Cthulhu's coming.
Yeah, I couldn't make this miniature any bigger than this. I
Hey,
was
that's
kind
big,
of
that's big enough.
I was kind of going for like a huge, massive, like kaiju on the horizon, but he's more just sort of original King Kong sized. But you get the idea.
I get the idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of. I was gonna do this shot. I forgot about. I was gonna do this with the red behind him.
That's sick.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I love that. Is that the last thing we see before the screen
Yeah,
goes
it's
black?
it's a little early, but it feels like a great ending point, especially with one of your party down. So let's go ahead and call it there for the night, and we'll come back next week, and I will speak with Sarah about how her new character is going to come in.
Do we level up to 3?
Yes, go ahead and level up to 3. I may
Nice.
even give you more, just because I'm curious about being at
More?
the next. I'm curious about being in the next tier, but we may do that next week or not. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Sure.
But for sure,
All
level
right.
up to 3 at least.
I gotta give you guys props for risking it all.
Yeah, that's good. All right,
That was
gang.
awesome. Always a pleasure to die in game.
Yeah.
Even if you're denying me a peaceful death.
Right?
So,
Well,
peaceful. So much for my afterlife.
it's because of where you died. I'm sorry. No
Yeah.
one told you to die in the upside down.
Uh,
Hey, option delete. Nice meeting you. See you next time.
Thanks
On Friday,
again.
we have our other game at our in-person table in the other room of my house. And on Monday, we'll be back for this. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks, Cody, for being here in Twitch.